Hello everybody, it's time for another wonderful and fun covert outdoor adventures. Today I'm up here on top of Holston Mountain, up here in the Cherokee National Forest, just above Elizabethton in Carter County, Tennessee. This is actually the Unaka district of the Cherokee National Forest, and this is a pretty good drive to get up here, but it's going to be totally worth it on the end. One little thing is typically you drive this road for about 4 miles, known as Panhandle Road. This continues on up the mountain and heads up to the high top. There's actually a crash site memorial up there. A plane had crashed many years ago up there, and some of the local TV stations have their repeater site, and there's also a FAA repeater station for the airplanes that's up there. But anyway, so typically the gate for this road is actually closed, but this time it's open. But I'm gonna just park the truck here and I'm gonna ride my bike to get up here. It says it's gonna 0.7 miles, so hopefully we'll get going pretty quickly here. So we'll see here how good this actually goes up through here. I hiked up here many years ago to this tower, and almost about 10 years ago with my Phantom 4, so it's going to be interesting to see what it's going to look like. But I know it'll be a lot quicker now that I got my bicycle, and that will make a big difference in doing this. So road's pretty nice. I mean, it is just an old service access road, but the fact that it's open, I'm not exactly sure what to expect, if they were doing work or anything on this up here or not. But you know, I guess we're gonna go through the first puddle. Now this is actually pretty nice. I'm liking this. This is the first time with this e-bike I decided to finally upgrade. And this one's got the big fat tires on it. It's built more like a motorcycle, but right now I'm actually pedaling it, but I got my assist on, so we're actually doing pretty good so far. I just don't want to hit too many of the mud puddles and get mud all over myself. But yeah, this is definitely a good trail, not too overgrown. You can see where the trees come down where they've had some wind. All right, well, we've made it. All right, guys, so we finally made it to the Holston Mountain Fire Tower here on top of Holston Mountain. And it was a pretty nice little easy ride. Didn't take long at all to actually get up here. I'm very shocked. But anyways, here she is, the 100-foot fire tower. Now, to what I believe, this would be, at least in East Tennessee and maybe all of Tennessee, the highest live-in cab-style fire tower that is still standing. Now, the cab burned down a while back, and they've never replaced it. You can see there's just a little bit of wood left up there to it, but this is closed off to the public. So if you're coming to climb a fire tower, this is the one not for you. You can see a tree recently fell on the fence. They've replaced this fence on some of the videos I can see, and it's been about 10 years since I've been up here last. So but anyway, so we'll kind of just walk around this here, but you can see here those big metal posts still sit in the ground in really good condition. So this fire tower was actually in Missouri, and ended up coming out here when the original wooden fire tower here apparently burned down in the 30s. So it has been here for about 80 years, and it's in great condition. I mean, the stairs are all metal up there. I know there are some that are missing, but again, I mean, I'm going to extremely say it again, do not climb this fire tower. I guess this little thing over here's got a little bit of cracking on this footing over here. You can see people went in there and vandalized the power station here where the radio repeater equipment sits. And again, this is why this was closed down, because if you can see, there's chunks of the roof up there taken off, and from what I understood, what happened was people were climbing the tower and throwing rocks off of it and smashing things, and I think that was what ultimately made them decide to close it. But I'm not going to walk all the way around all this here since it's all nothing but briars. But you can see the road would have come up and looped around this, and that was a pretty common practice with all fire towers. Since this was a live-in cab style, they would not have had a house up here. They would have actually lived in the fire tower. I'll walk over here. There's actually some ruins of something over here. Looks like the foundation to something sitting there. So typically, what would be mainly the only other structure that would be even left up here standing would be a outhouse for them to use somewhere up here. They would have had an outhouse for a bathroom, is what they would have had. The live-in cab styles were 14 by 14s, and they would have stayed. There's something else down that way there too. I'm seeing a lot of wildlife up here in the weeds and all that stuff, so that's always a good sign. This may, I don't think, no, it's just some more rocks up here. I always like to try to look for a geological benchmark, which is a metal plate that they put in, and typically it tells you what the elevation stuff is, which we're at 4,100 feet, but it's always fun to look up because you can actually look up those marks and get the numbers and stuff. But more than likely it's either on one of the footers or in the center in there where we can't get at. So, but anyways, oh, a beautiful fire tower. One I would love to see get restored. Since there is power up here and cell phone service does get internet up here, it would be really easy to get a live cam up here. But when we get the drone up in the air, you'll be able to see South Holston Lake and the Yanaka Mountains up here in Carter County. And basically we'll just go from there to see what we'll be able to see. So anyways, let's go ahead and switch over to the drone footage. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that adventure, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.